partly what makes Elon Musk irreplaceable is not only is he a visionary, but also a technologist with a deep understanding of many complex fields. He tackles problems from a humanity-focused perspective and somehow creates profitable businesses to address these issues. His knowledge spans AI, rocket science, robotics, self-driving technology, manufacturing, operations, business strategy, brain-machine interfaces, material science, and seemingly everything in between. His willingness to make significant personal sacrifice in pursuit of success and his mission sets him apart from others. That's coming from Sawyer Merritt on May 22nd, 2024. It's got a whole bunch of views. And guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're curious what rocket polishing looks like, this is what it is. I want to go over a couple things today because there's some things that I think you need to know. And let's jump right in. Take a look at this video produced by the stock promoters.
Rob, hit him with your artisanal analysis.
Tesla is mooning and people think that they get it, but they don't get it. This company is scaling unlike any other company ever at this size. The operating leverage is crazy already, even though they're still building. They have FSD, they have humanoid robots, and they have Elon Musk.
Ooh. Electric.
Revolution. Manifestation. And now, we'd like to pour one out for all the Tesla haters and short sellers. Wah, wah, wah.
So essentially what this was a joke, but basically the joke is, hey, this is how we have competition on who can promote Tesla stock more. They're singing and dancing and stuff. But guys, they know it's stupid. They know it's a joke. They know they're shilling. And this is sort of a way that they blow off steam. And I wanted to show this for you. This guy right here in the middle there, I think his name is Rob. He actually quit shilling for Tesla a couple months ago. I made a video about it. He's like, yo, I got to take a step back, do something else. He saw the writing on the wall. Other people are still shilling, like that Sawyer guy you just saw. That is a recent tweet basically saying Elon Musk is God that knows everything. And moreover, I want to show you guys this stuff as well. It's been really interesting. Tesla has been filing yet more filings with the SEC regarding their social influencer stock promoter people. This is actually Teslanomics. I showed you guys before, but I'll show you again. Teslanomics tweeted out, and again, this is in an SEC filing. If Elon gets 25% voting power, Tesla is reincorporated in Texas and compensation package is approved, then AI robotics stays within Tesla, and the company can march on forward to become the largest company in the world. And Elon Musk tweeted yes, that got a bunch of views. And this is how this game is played, right? Elon Musk can boost views of any kind of tweet. And essentially, these people also get paid through Twitter or X, or you want to call it, which is also one of Elon Musk's companies. This is crazy stuff because I want to show you this. This is the Teslanomics guy. He was just tweeting this out today. And guys, I want you to understand the kind of people we're talking about. He's bragging that he can drive 0 to 60 in his neighborhood. If you understand where this neighborhood is, I just want you to take a look. This is a suburban neighborhood. He's going to go 0 to 60, I guess he says, in 2.6 seconds. A car just goes by. You just can see that there. So this is like, you know, the middle of the day, essentially. This is a neighborhood. Usually in these zones, 25 miles an hour, but, you know, really 15 maybe. You just want to go slow. But he decides to floor it with one hand and one hand holding the phone to show how awesome he is. And it's interesting because some people did call him out on that, saying, yo, this is, you know, just like, for example, this person said, you should go to jail. You're totally responsible to speed up a car like this in a normal inner city road. I hope they catch you and you'll lose your license for a very long time. Where are your gloves, etc. Be better. It's obviously not a good place to test it. Couldn't find a school zone to try this out, right? So people do call him out on it because, like, honestly, guys, don't do this. And I'm showing you this stuff because I want you to understand the kind of mentality of kind of who these fanboys and fangirls are. They're a bunch of young kids who worship Elon. They either get paid to say stuff or they find this thing as a joke. The sad thing about it is that the people who suffer the most are these sort of retail investors who, unfortunately, and I try to inform you as much as I can, but fall into this cult hype stuff, right? And when you even, you know, if I try to make videos of showing you guys the truth of this stuff, you know, still close your eyes or pretend like I'm just making stuff up. But I have to show you these kind of things. And this is the question I pose to you. This Teslanomics guy, you know, going 0 to 60 in like a, you know, residential area, is this a good thing? A simple question. Is this a good thing? I'll just leave it at that. And some of these people, like, for example, this Rob guy or this Gali guy, these people actually aren't dumb. They're just highly, highly unethical. Sawyer, I think, is actually pretty dumb and unethical. But and as my wife likes to point out, I had this conversation: are these people stupid or are they just liars? In some cases, they are stupid liars. So that is the deal. Moreover, this is the kind of stuff they tweet out. This golly guy's like, oh my god, guys, I got this new Tesla. What's this thing called? It's I don't know what's this thing called. It's like a cup holder. Oh, it's called the Cyber Vestal, and this is like a Cybertruck cup holder. No, Cyber Vessel for $50. So it's like and like a drink cup, like out of metal or whatever. And it's $50. This is the kind of stuff these people push. This was the Cyber Hammer. These are real products. I'm not making this stuff up. These are real products. If you want to get a Cyber Hammer, that was $700 from Tesla. Limited release, ready or not, it's hammer time. I'm reading from Tesla website. Now available to a wider audience, our limited release Cyber Hammer commemorates the Cybertruck unveiling when Franz used a sledgehammer to show the toughness of the vehicle's stainless steel exoskeleton. And again, I guess the talk today is get your Cybertruck cup thing for $50. I have to show you guys this stuff because I want to show you that who these kind of people are, the kind of stuff that they shill, and sadly, people fall for this stuff every single day. And sort of why I try to do videos for you guys, because sometimes the person's like, what do you want? I just want to tell you guys the truth about this stuff, right? You're being manipulated. It's crazy. And it's sad. Moreover, I encourage you to check out these other kind of articles. There are other companies out there in the world, because I don't want to just only talk about Tesla. For example, this is the interesting one. Waymo came out just on May 22nd, 2024. On self-driving, Waymo's playing chess while Tesla is playing checkers. And the one thing I thought was really fascinating about it is that there was like sort of discussion of what's the difference between, say, like a Elon and a Steve Jobs? Because someone wrote a comment the other day that, before Steve Jobs really wanted to do stuff and engineers say they couldn't do it, and Steve Jobs would be like, oh no, do it, and finally do it, and Steve Jobs is awesome. The difference, honestly, though, is that Steve Jobs would actually work with his engineers. I told you guys about this stuff yesterday where Elon just really opposes them. So in this situation, Elon be like, wow, just remove the LiDAR because it's too expensive, right? And let's use the example of Waymo, where Steve Jobs would come in and be like, well, yeah, I get from the engineering perspective, we probably need the LiDAR stuff. We probably need it this way, but let's at least make it look sexy. like there's a really big difference there, right? And I'm not saying Steve Jobs is the greatest thing, ever. I'm not calling Steve Jobs God or anything, but I'm just saying Elon Musk is certainly not a Mr. Jobs. And I lived through these eras, and I think a lot of these kids haven't, to be fairly frank, and they're searching for that middle-aged guy that they want to look up to, and they want to find a Tony Stark, etc. One thing I thought was fascinating about this Waymo stuff, they were saying that even though they are driverless, that they have people remotely monitoring the vehicles, and they were saying when Tesla is actually really serious about doing any kind of cyber taxi kind of stuff, is that not only will you have your taxi on the road, to say if you're serious about it, you would actually have people hired to remotely watch said things, because there is no vehicle and no driver in the vehicle, of course, right? It's a robot, but at least have someone monitoring at the time of you're still testing this stuff out. The other thing is too, it's kind of funny. This is just last month I saw this article. It's an older one, but I just wanted to show it to you guys because this is the kind of stuff which I think is are reasonable questions. Headline: Tesla's Q&A with investors rips open Musk anguish. Quote: will you please at least appear to make Tesla your top priority? And the question was, essentially, why are you just a part-time CEO? Like, why are you missing all the time on Twitter? If I really want to invest in your company, Tesla, why don't you spend all your time there? I think that's a legitimate question. And what I find odd about this stuff, and this goes back to the Sawyer stuff, and I warned you guys about this stuff from the beginning when Elon took over the Twitter thing, that it's like a huge time suck. If you're really serious about, say, going to Mars or making your companies great, why are you taking on yet another responsibility? It's weird, guys. But I understand if you take the Sawyer point of view, you just say Elon Musk is awesome, he can do everything, and I guess he doesn't sleep and has unlimited time, right? Okay, and this is another example. So this is May 21st, 2024, and I know the haters will say, "Oh, Chris, this is all fudge stuff," but guys, I just read the news, right? And I just want to show you everything. 85% of Neuralink implant wires are already detached, said patient. I saw they're having problems with this thing, and I guess they're already looking for another human guinea pig. Who knows? I mean, I think a lot of this stuff with Musk is it's all hype. You raise the money and you say that things are coming next week, and they never do. Then you just say, well, forget about that thing. We're gonna got something even more important to show you next week, right? And it keeps going on like that. How long can this go? It's crazy. This is sort of why it's fascinating when you look at what literally what's going on in the world and just facts, and see how the Tesla stock promoters respond to this stuff. For example, this is the headline today: Tesla sales in Europe fall to a 15-month low. I can't. I'm not imaginative enough to make this thing anything up. That's what it is, right? And so you can see it in the numbers, and then they just go back to, well, Elon's a genius, and it's like, it's a horrible argument. If you want to have an actual argument on this kind of stuff, address what's really happening, right? I can see sales are at their low, right? 15-month low. Moreover, you can see here the subsidies are cut in Europe. We talked about this before in a prior video. Various governments will try to convince their people to get into EVs, etc. So they give some sort of incentives, be it from the buy side helping consumers, or be it from the manufacturing side helping manufacturers, etc. But when you cut said things, it makes it less profitable, right? That's one. Or when you cut said things on, say, the consumer side, it makes it less desirable to buy said things. Moreover, take a look at this. This is kind of an interesting one that came out today. This is May 22nd, 2024, so just today. China should hike tariffs on large cars to 24%. And I guess this is leaked on sort of what China's thinking about retaliation. Now, people were talking about, how does this relate to Tesla, etc. This is where it's important to understand some facts of things. So Tesla makes cars in China, and some of these cars made in China are actually exported to Europe. So we may have not only a trade war with the US and China, cars going back and forth, but also Chinese-made cars in Europe, and Tesla makes their cars in China. Do you guys understand this? And so this is back in 2020, I guess, when they started doing this kind of stuff. And so I think you could get even more drop-off if you get price increases on these cars. And it's actually really interesting because they were saying here, I guess BMW also makes cars in China, so Chinese-made cars may really struggle. Lastly, I wanted to show this as well. This says here, this is an old article, but I want to get a sense of this. China-made vehicles will comprise a quarter of Europe EV sales this year, study shows. So meaning that we're not talking about a small amount of cars. Essentially what the governments are doing, be it US, be it Europe, etc. And you could talk about maybe Korea as well, because the Koreans, because I'm here in Korea, there's been news all over that BYD is trying to come to Korea, and the local manufacturers want to block them. Of course they do, right? I think the people see these as a real threat. And again, if you're Tesla, you make your cars in China, actually, right? And I think your European sales could really take a hit if there is indeed going to be a price war. Because some people are saying that Tesla's not going to face any repercussions of the trade war with US and China and tariffs, etc. I disagree. This is the kind of stuff that I want to show you, but I understand the Tesla fanboys and fangirls will never show you these kind of things. I get that. I get that. They're just going to talk about how awesome Elon is all day, and kind of how this is going to play out. Elon's going to cash his check, run away, and then the pumpers will also disappear. That people do that. They delete their accounts and they just run away, and they end up just laughing at you, etc. And this is, remember, this Rob guy ran away, and this is the kind of crap that they do and the kind of crap that they pull. So I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys. Please share your thoughts on this, and I'll catch you on the next video.